Hey guys, this is a Spalding ATB blade. It's an 18-speed vintage mountain bike. And I don't think I've ever worked on a Spalding bike before, but it's obviously an old sort of Japanese or maybe a Taiwanese bike. But I just wanted to give a little once-over just to show it to you, and also just to sort of give a shout out to what a good value these old mountain bikes are. So starting from the top, obviously you've got the straight bars, actually pretty good grips. These are nice quality rubber, not cheap foam. SIS Shimano thumb shifters, these cheap Chang Star kind of like fake Diacom brakes, but they're fine. Interesting little pulley system that comes down to the cantilever brakes, which I don't know. They look like Diacoms. Let's see. The rims are Araya. These are 26-inch rims with a very flat tire. Tires need to be replaced. Take a look at these lugs. This is one of the things I like about these vintage steel bikes. We have these nice lugs, and this is actually a chromoly frame, which is pretty good. We have a Shimano front derailleur and then a Shimano rear derailleur. A little rusty, but that'll clean up. Freewheel's pretty rusty, and the seat post is rusty. I was worried that this was going to be seized, but it actually moves, so that's good. So I'll replace the quick release and probably the seat post as well. Take out these rusty screws. The crankset is it's a triple ring custom. The pedals seem to be seized. It's definitely gonna take a little bit of work, which I don't mind. I got this bike as part of a trade for a guy who I'm doing a little bike repair work for. The fork's straight, which is nice. And again, these vintage mountain bikes are just a lot of fun. They're very solidly built, easily upgradable, but often come with pretty good components on their own. So I'm just going to clean it up and sell it as a sort of hybrid / vintage mountain bike. They make better hybrids than mountain bikes because they don't have a suspension fork, but that also makes it a little bit lighter. And the 26-inch wheels that used to be just for mountain bikes are increasingly popular for commuter and around town bikes. So it's pretty cool. That's Spalding ATB 18, and I'll post some links to the finished product when I take some pictures. Thanks. Okay guys, here is the after video. As you can see, I put on some new tires. They're big, chunky nylon tires. The nice thing is that they have very smooth road tread. Downside is they're a little bit heavy, but a lot better than what was on there before. I also replaced the chain with a chain that was in my parts pile because the old one was all rusted up. Lubricated the derailleurs and the springs on the cantilever brakes. I threw a different seat on there. This one obviously has problems also, but the other one was actually twisted and bent. I replaced the quick release on the seat post. Just put a little lubrication in the gear shifters and tightened up the brakes a little bit. The brakes are in pretty decent shape for what they are, and I think it cleaned up pretty nice. Anyway, the funny thing was on the head tube, that yellow there was actually a decal, so I took that off because it was cracking, and I just think it looks better. I wish I could take the Spalding decal off, but it is what it is. Again, vintage mountain bike, great for commuting, could be a light touring bike. Not the greatest bike in the world, but a heck of a nice bike to get around town. So there you go, Spalding Blade ATB 18.